millionaire. Well, you the president of the United States and you the CEO of Me Incorporated. That's how I see that. Everybody's in a leadership position. Every adult in the world is in a leadership position because they are the CEO of Me Incorporated. And so, how should a CEO behave? You are leading by example. This is how I lead Me Incorporated. This is how I lead Me Incorporated. So if you don't keep your words, you don't establish trust and be trustworthy, you don't swim upstream, you don't challenge yourself, you don't take risk, you're using 4 of the 74 principles of real leadership, then you are not a good CEO. And then you can't go and say, well, Dr. Donna, you need to. No, you need to use the 74 principles of real leadership. And now we're peers talking to each other. And at that point, I might be soliciting feedback from you. And now you can help me in my situation. But if I'm higher than you and I can't, because the whole point of real leadership is that we need to be able to come to each other and say, hey, I have this obstacle. I need some support removing this obstacle when you help others. And you go, oh, here, this is how you remove this obstacle. That's how it was designed and designed for us to be able to do that. And we can't do that because there are people sitting in positions of power and authority that don't know what the hell they're doing. People are holding them to a higher standard that they're ill qualified, technically inept to do. And that's why we have a world that's shit show palooza. Because everybody else sitting at home, you the president, you the prince, you the king, you the world leader, you the general. So y'all supposed to be doing it, but I don't have to because I'm a mere private citizen. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You are the CEO of Me Incorporated. Thank you for honestly answering. And this is food for thought. This is something for you to think about the people that you have in a higher regard than yourself. You are your own thermostat. You set the standards for your life, and it shouldn't be lower than someone else's at all. Think of your body temperature, 98.6. You go up or down, you got a fever, or you might have hypothermia, and you go one way or the other. But the thermostat setting for the human temperature of the body, 98.6. So that's that. So do not hold me in a higher regard than you have for yourself ever. That's why I tell people there's no hero worshiping over here. There's no idolization. There is no fandom. It's all real leadership because we all have the ability to set and maintain high standards for ourselves and the people around us. I go to my daughter's appointments. I cut boxes. I get stuff off the floor. I clean up. I use furniture wipes and everything else. Jesus washed the disciples' feet, even Judas. And so we all need to be of service at some point to others. And we need to lift each other up. And you can't do that if you're sitting on some pedestal somewhere thinking that you're better than somebody. So I am not better than another human being walking around. I am my best. And I do my best. And I'm a bad mofo, but at no point am I saying bow down, bend the knee, kiss the ring, because it is I, the magnificent. I say I'm the magnificent. Special Ed said he was the magnificent back in the day on his song, and you should believe that you are magnificent. There's nothing wrong with that. Self-love is the best love. That you learn to love yourself, and then you can start learning to love other people as well. So in summary, we will continue, and this day forward, I will get used to having a second device readily available because I will be asking you about the 74 principles of real leadership, because what I've learned as some older people have dropped off is that they did not inculcate the 74 principles of real leadership into their day to day. And so then they could literally tell me what I'm needed to change and do. And I'm saying, but if you had have implemented the 74 principles of real leadership, then the feedback that you gave me would not have been criticism. It actually would have been performance focused instead of, well, this is what you need to do, and next time, and then probably, and maybe. And I'm okay with that because I understand I can use anything as a lesson. Doesn't matter what it is. But I've learned that in these 471 days of going live, that people need to start speaking personal accountability. That is a language. There are some behaviors and things that you need to do. And so you can't be unaccountable and personally accountable at the same time. You're going to need to learn how to speak personal accountability. And it starts with the 74 principles of real leadership and how do I apply them into this situation. So I will close with this. I developed the principles of real leadership in 2008. Book is published in 2009. We are now sitting in 2025. I am saying that when you rewire the neural pathways of